are you guys? I've missed you. It's been a little bit since I've done a video. The video I'm going to do today, I'm going to call it Sturgis Talk. It is going to be a two-part series. And I'm just going to kind of go over, what to expect and entertainment and all that stuff for you guys for the upcoming Sturgis Rally of 2022. So for some of you that have never been to Sturgis, listen up. Okay, so I am going to go over 5 topics today in this video, and it is going to be what to expect, the food that they have out there that is going to be available, money, camping, and bars. So just a little bit about me. I have been going to Sturgis off and on since I was about 13 years old. I love the rally. There's nothing like it out there. And I got to tell you, us bikers, the biker family is just so loving and welcoming. It has kind of a stigma related to it with, oh, it's all biker gangs and this and that, and it's not. And even the gangs that are there, the biker clubs, there's nothing wrong with them. There's no reason to be afraid. There's absolutely zero reason to ever be afraid to go to Sturgis. It is a great time. We all welcome you with open arms. So please, if you have not gone to the rally, get it on your bucket list and get out there and check it out. You won't be sorry you did. Trust me. All right, so let's dig right in. The first thing we're going to go over is what to expect out at the rally. And just so you do know, I do have my glasses, and I did take notes because I want to make sure I hit all my bullets. So just bear with me if I end up having to put on my glasses, and we'll get my notes. What to expect out at the rally. First off, it is the largest biker rally in the world. Yes, let me say it again. It is the biggest biker rally in the world. And so with that said, if you do not like a lot of people and you do not like loud noises, this may not be the event for you. Unfortunately, sorry. But on any given day, you can expect to see anywhere from 400 to 700,000 bikers out at the rally. It usually comes in 2 waves. You have your first wave, which will start the Friday before. It's a 10-day rally, and it's usually the second week of August. And so the first wave starts the first Friday and usually goes until Tuesday or Wednesday of the middle of the week. So as you see it thinning out, then the second wave will come in. That usually comes in anywhere from Tuesday to Wednesday. Then you'll start seeing it really thin out come the final Saturday. So with that said as well, if you are one of those who do not like a lot of people and the loud noise, the latter weekend would probably be best for you if it is something you do want to experience. That second weekend would probably be a great choice. Vendors, the only downfall with that, a lot of the vendors, what I noticed in 2021 was a lot of the vendors were starting to pack up rather early on Saturday, on the final Saturday. So that was kind of disappointing to see them doing that. They never used to do that in the past. They used to hang out until Sunday. But a lot of them this year, they did start packing up a little earlier. You will see all different types of characters. I don't, you will definitely see all kinds of walks of humans out there. It is actually pretty awesome. So if you don't know what to wear, I promise you, any attire that you decide to wear in Sturgis, it's going to fit in. You have those that are like me that like to show more skin um, during the rally. And hey, it's once a year, and it's your opportunity to wear what you want and not be shunned or look down at because you're choosing to be a little sexy. It's okay. It's Sturgis. Um, you'll see pasties, anywhere from pasties to body paint, people in costumes. I mean, it's a sight. It's so much fun. It is a lot of fun. I will also be doing a video on my outfits for Sturgis 2022. Those videos will be coming up early summer. I don't want to put them up there too soon, but it'll be right around the beginning of summer that I will be doing a two-part series on my outfits for Sturgis 2022. So make sure to stay tuned for that. So if you're not getting my notifications, make sure you hit that notification button. I think that's about it for what to expect at this point. And when I get a little more into other aspects of Sturgis, you'll get more of that as well. So let's move on to food. Well, the food out there, what can I say? It's going to be pretty much carnival food, unfortunately. And expect to pay a pretty penny for it. The vendors are not cheap out there for food. So you have, of course, your food vendors. You have lots of food trucks. There's a lot of food truck vendors out there. I believe the last year, I think in 2021, had the most Mexican food trucks that I have seen out there. And that's awesome because that's my favorite go-to when I have a cheat day. It's my Mexican food. And actually, the one truck we stopped at this last year, I cannot remember what the name of it was, but they had the best street tacos. They were so good. So anyway, a lot of the carnival food. There is also Louis on Main Street, he has excellent food. He has extended hours for the rally. He is a local. He's there year round. And again, it's called Louis, and he doesn't raise his prices, which is phenomenal. And he has a really good system and a pretty good size little restaurant that he gets people in and out fairly, I mean, as quickly as he possibly can with the amount of people that go to Sturgis. I mean, your wait isn't too terribly long most of the time. We do breakfast there. They have amazing breakfasts. So make sure if you go to Sturgis, you check out Louis. Really great restaurant. And you're supporting a local resident, which is very important for Sturgis. What else? There is, of course, bar food. Loud American has their famous steak tips. So you can go get some steak tips over at Loud American. There's the Knuckle. The Knuckle also is a full service restaurant. I haven't eaten there in 5 years. So I don't know what the food is like now, but when we did eat there, it was really, really good. I bring my own food. I like to eat healthy, and if you're the same way, if you're a healthy eater, sorry, you're not going to find it out in Sturgis unless you go to the grocery store. I don't know why there can't be some healthy food trucks out there, and if any of you are out there listening that are a healthier food truck vendor, get your butt to Sturgis because we need you out there. So I'll go to the local grocery stores. There's 2 in town that you can get your food at. I always bring my food. We stay in a camper, and yes, we trailer. So I get a lot of my food prior to going, and then I get the remainder of what I didn't want to haul when we go into town there to the grocery stores. We like to give back to the local businesses. I mean, they're welcoming us with open arms into their town every year, and I think we owe it to them to give back to them. I think it's very important to do that. Uh, what else for food? I don't know if One Eye Jack serves food or not. If they do, it's gonna be bar food, but I don't think they do. I know there's a tent that sits right by them that has a lot of food there, but I'm not sure that they have a whole lot of food. The high school that is just east of town, they serve breakfast, that I know. I don't know about dinners and lunch or anything like that, but I know they do serve breakfast out there at the high school. Also, the VFW in town, also they do like pancake breakfasts and stuff like that. Again, I'm not sure if they do full-fledged meals. I think they do dinners as well, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But again, the VFW as well serves food also. So I think that I touched pretty much everything I wanted to with food. So as I just stated, it's a pretty penny to eat at the vendors, the food trucks and stuff like that that go to Sturgis. So when we talk about money, how much should you bring? Well, that's kind of dependent on you and what you're looking to do when you're out there. I mean, we've gone with as little as $300 up to $3,000. So it just depends on what your expectations are when you go. Again, if you plan on eating out a lot, it's spending. Drinks, which I will bring up when we go over the bars. Um, how much drinking you can do? Are you gonna be partying? Gotta pay for your sleeping accommodations, and if you want to buy things. So you got to take all that into consideration when you go. But again, like I said, we've gone with as little as $300 all the way up to $3,000. So it just depends on what your intentions are to do when you're there. Don't necessarily let money hold you back from having this experience, because you guys, I'm telling you, once you do it, you are going to be so happy. But I have to tell you, Sturgis has really been the only rally I really go to at this point. I've gone to a couple other rallies out there, but with Sturgis being the world's largest rally, your expectations are way, way, way up here. And when you go to these other rallies and you see them, you're like, what? Is this a rally? Are you serious? Because I'm just so used to Sturgis. I mean, I grew up here. Yeah, I'm from South Dakota. So it's just to give you a little heads up on that. If you've never experienced a rally before, or you've never experienced one like this, get out here. So that's about it for money. Again, you just got to decide what your intentions are doing when you get there. Next, let's move on to camping. Okay, in town, there are a couple campgrounds, and I know I'm going to miss some, guys, but I'm just going to rattle off places I'm familiar with. Now, there are a couple motels in town that you need to reserve quickly. If you don't, they're going to be booked. So, and they're not cheap. It's a motel, and it's the week of Sturgis. So there is a few motels in town, but again, if that's the kind of accommodations you want, make sure you reserve those earlier, or like right after this current year, get your reservations in for the following year. There's tent camping all over Sturgis. People literally open up their yards for campers, and you'll be looking at spending maybe $25 to $35 a night to camp in people's yards. They'll have signs up there saying tenting here, camping here. They open up their homes, a lot of them, for showers and the use of the bathroom. Some of them even make breakfast for you, and they have coffee. And so, like I said, this town really opens up to us every year, and it's just freaking amazing. I mean, they'll all sit out on their porches and just watch all of us ride by. I mean, it's phenomenal. And the nursing home, I have to throw this out there really quick. before I forget. If you go, you guys, and make an attempt to ride by the nursing home. Don't go by and be rude and rev really super loud and be obnoxious, but ride by. They love it. Last year, I had somebody tell me that their family member was at the nursing home, and some people were doing some riding by the nursing home, and it literally made their day. So please, please, next year in 2022, guys, let's go and do a ride by the nursing home and show them our love. Anything to brighten their day is just a beautiful thing to do. So I'm sorry, I got off track there for a second, but I had to say it before I forgot. So anyways, yeah, so the camp tenting, the tent camping, you can go and not have any reservations anywhere. Just pull up and find a house that is offering the tents, tent camping, and go plop your tent. It's that easy. And it's cheap. That's the cheapest way to go to Sturgis and be able to be there for a few days is the tent camping for $25 to $35. Sorry, I needed to take a drink. Now, there is a few campgrounds in town, and this is what I was saying earlier. I know I'm not going to hit them all. I know there's more than a couple. It's just the only ones I'm familiar with is Sturgis RV Park, which is just north of town, on the other side, just north of LaSalle. And that one's up on the hill, on the side of the hill. And then there's also Days End Campground where we stay, which is just west of, I think it's a Family Dollar over there. We're just west of that, and we've been staying there the last 2 years. I have a video out on Days End Campground. I give you a tour of it, so if you haven't seen that video, check it out as well. Now, RV camping in town, it can range anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 to $2,000 for the whole week. So it just all depends if you're looking for dry camping with your camper, full hookups, or just electricity and water. So it just all depends, but that's for the week of the rally. You're looking at for the week anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 in town. Then just what would that be? Southeast, off of I-90 is the Kickstand Campground, and they have a lot of dry camping with the campers too, which I'm not familiar with Kickstand. I've never been out there, but somebody I met out there last year, that's where they stayed, and they said it was very reasonably priced, right around $1,000 to dry camp out there, if even that. It might have even been cheaper than that for the full week. So check them out. I know that they do bands out there quite often. I don't know if it's every night, but I know that they did start doing bands in 2021. I think they had a couple big names out there as well. We stay at Days End. We like staying in town. We like the fact of being able to party in town, and our campsite is really super close. Our campground also has a little bar, and they have bands every night of the week as well. And then if you go east on LaSalle, you have Glencoe Campground, which is probably one of the more rowdy campgrounds. From what I hear, I've never stayed there. They have what is called Titty Alley, apparently. Go figure. Not feel familiar with it, but there's Titty Alley out there, and apparently, from what I hear, do not quote me on this, but from what I hear, there's some swinging that goes on out at Glencoe. Swingers like to stay there. So again, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I have heard through the grapevine. Not sure what their costs are. Again, I think it's right around the $1,500 to $2,000 mark for the full week. Then if you go a little further east, of course, the wonderful, renowned buffalo chip. They're probably one of the most expensive to stay at because they offer the concerts every night. So with the camping, you also get to be a part of all the concerts. You don't have to pay extra for the concerts that they have there, and they're really big names. I personally don't like the chip. It's too dirty for me, but I know a lot of people that swear by it and they stay there every year. And you know what? That's personal preference. That's okay. If that's what you like, wonderful. It's just not for me, and it's really loud and obnoxious. And so if you don't like a lot of partying, that's not the place for you to stay. Oh, sorry, my speaker just shut off. I didn't even realize it was on. And then anyway, so that's the buffalo chip. It's huge. The buffalo chip is huge, by the way. So then after the buffalo chip, if you go further north from the buffalo chip, it's out a little ways, but it is Full Throttle, the Pappy Hoyle campground. That's out there. And they have a swimming pool at the Pappy Hoyle campground. I do have a video of the Full Throttle, which does have a clip of the pool in there. It's a good sized pool, and they have 2 bars out there at the pool, and they have a bandstand for bands. So bands are out there playing while you're at the pool, and they have little beanbag games going. I mean, it's really cool. I did not realize this, and I'm sharing this with you. It is open to the public. I never knew that until this year. So you don't have to be staying at the Pappy Hoyle campground to be able to use the swimming pool. So girls and boys, take your bikinis and go lay yourself down at the pool for a day and just take some me time while you're at Sturgis and listen to some music and just take in the sun. We did it, and it was very relaxing. It was really nice. So going forward, knowing that it's open to the public and it's free, you don't have to pay to go to the pool. Yeah, I'll be there at least one day every year going forward until they change it, of course. So that wraps up the camping. And finally, let's get to the bars. There is so many bars. It would take me quite a while to go through them all. So I'm just going to rattle off a few of the more popular bars and the bars that we like. First off, in town, there is the Dungeon Bar. This is such a cool bar, you guys. It is on Main Street, and you go downstairs. Yes, you go downstairs, and it's got the cement walls. It's a basement. I shouldn't say downstairs. It's a basement. So you go down into the dungeon, the basement, and it is really kind of cool. They have underwear hanging from the ceiling. They've got bras hanging from the ceiling. They have dollar bills pasted everywhere on the cement walls. I have a picture, and I will put it up here, of the Dungeon Bar. If you like the more expensive drinks or frilly drinks, you're not going to get it here. They don't have Tito's. They don't have the frilly drinks. You're not going to get any of that stuff at the Dungeon Bar. Sorry, but you're just not going to get it. Then next you have One-Eyed Jacks. I'm not a fan of One-Eyed Jacks. I personally don't like One-Eyed Jacks, but it is the world-renowned One-Eyed Jacks. Everybody knows about One-Eyed Jacks or has been to One-Eyed Jacks if you've been in Sturgis. It's also on Main Street. It is 3 stories. On the main floor, they have a band on the main level. And then on the second level, I'm not sure. I think they have a band on the second level as well. They also have a body painter. I don't know if she's usually there every year. There's a body painter that's in there, and she is super good. She does a fantastic job. And then up on the third floor, yes, gentlemen, for you gents, they have your bartender dancers up on the third floor. So also at One Eye Jacks, they have seating outside on the perimeter by the sidewalk. And they have balconies up on the second and third level. I'm not sure if the second or third, but they have balconies that you can look out onto Main Street as well. Then if you go across the street, there's Loud American. Then at Loud American, um, again, that's where I told you they have the famous steak tips. So you can go there, and they also have a couple different bands. They have a band inside, and then around the other side, they have another big bandstand and a big stand-up area for dancing and congregating and stuff like that. And then they also have bartenders outside, and they have a patio out there, and then they also seat a bunch of tables out on the sidewalks, which I did a bunch of filming. A lot of my filming was from the outside of Loud American. So I'm going to really quick back up because I forgot to mention this. The Dungeon, their drink prices are very reasonable. Very reasonable prices at the Dungeon. Again, they don't have the big name drinks, but their prices are very fair. One Eye Jacks. Reason I really am not fond of One Eye Jacks and do not like One Eye Jacks is their alcohol prices. They are outrageous. We each had one drink, and with our drink and the tip, we paid $24 or $25 for one drink each. You know, no, I'm just not going to do that. The alcohol, it tastes the same everywhere, so I'll just go somewhere else and get my drink. I mean, it's not even like it's a little strong. If anything, it was weaker than a normal drink is. So I will not pay to drink at One Eye Jacks. I'll walk through and check it all out, but I don't drink there. Anyway, now back to Loud American. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I made those points. Loud American drink prices are fair. I mean, they're a little more expensive, but they're not as expensive as One Eye Jacks. But, you know, they are a little on the higher side as well. It is Sturgis after all. Then if you go down to the Knuckle, that is my favorite bar out of all the bars. Anybody who knows me in Sturgis knows that they can find me at the Knuckle. I love the Knuckle. It is huge. It's a full city block, and the stage area is just massive. I mean, it's a big stage and then a big dance area. That whole wall is open to the outside towards LaSalle, and then there's a full bar inside to the left, and then a full bar to the right inside as well. So closed off on two sides, and then the whole center is open. It's just a huge bar, and it also has a second level as well, and you can look out onto LaSalle from the upper balconies also. And they have vendors that are outside of their parking lot. I just really love that bar. This year I was kind of disappointed. They have bands every night of the week, but this year I was disappointed because they had like the same bands playing all week long, and it's like it'd be nice to see something different, new acts coming in instead of it being the same bands over and over. Other than that, though, I love the Knuckle. It is my favorite place to hang out in Sturgis. And then right across the street, there is the Side Hack. The Side Hack is only open during the day. I don't know why. I feel they lose money by not being open in the evening. It's kind of disappointing. But they have wet t-shirt contests every day. Girls, I don't know what the prizes are, but they do have wet t-shirt contests every day there. In the evening, I just found that out this year, in 2021, that Side Hack may be closed during the evenings, but they have upstairs, they have a gentleman's club that's open in the evenings. I didn't even know it existed. So gentlemen, if you did not know that there's a gentleman's club in Sturgis, it is at the Side Hack. Then down the road a little bit from the side hack is Iron Horse Saloon. That is another really cool bar. It's set up kind of like a fort. It's off of Lazelle also. So it has a big stage, huge stage, and that's where Hairball plays usually. We love Hairball. We've seen them the last 2 years. Uh, so the whole lower section is like vendors around the perimeters. There's vendors and shops, and then there's little bars. Uh, I don't know what you call them, little bars all over inside, uh, bar stands for the girls to get your drinks. And then the upper level is like just a fort around the perimeter, and you can watch off of Lazelle all the bikers, the bikes coming, cruising Lazelle. So that's really cool. And their drink prices are pretty fair as well. Then you go out to the Beaver Bar. You go further out east off of Lazelle, out of town, to the Beaver Bar. I love the Beaver Bar. Go out there and see Marty. She will take really good care of you. She's phenomenal. She even works the Beaver Bar out in Florida. But it's a big bar. They have a big band stage there. I've never seen a band there, but they have one. They have like bar food. They have hot dogs, nachos, you know, the basic stuff, burgers and french fries. And they also have vendors inside that bar. They also have a section there, if it's not busy, where you can park your bike inside the bar. It's really cool. I have a clip of the Beaver Bar on one of my videos, and you can meet Marty in that video. And I do have to say, the Beaver Bar has the cheapest liquor in Sturgis. They do. You could drink there for the whole afternoon for what you would probably pay in 2 hours, if not less, at One Eye Jack's. I'm just saying. Just saying. You could. And the bartenders there, they're just so sweet and fun. So make sure to check out the Beaver Bar in 2022. Then next is, of course, Buffalo Chip. Buffalo Chip has a section that is open to the public, to where you can go, and they have a few shops that you have access to, and a public bar as well that you can go check out at the Chip. And then, of course, north of that is the Full Throttle. The Full Throttle is a little haul to get out there. It is. That's the only downfall. I really wish the old Full Throttle went to burn down, because it was so freaking awesome. I had never seen anything like it, and it wasn't far out there at the time. But anyways, you go out to the Full Throttle. Supposedly, it's the largest biker bar in the world. It is big, and he keeps adding stuff every year to it. He's got, when you come in the front doors, you got a band stage inside, and it's big, and they got a tattoo shop. And then you go out to the back, and it's all open, and there's bars out there. They have a ice bar. They've got a couple big bars. They've got a skull that they just did this last year in 2021 that is a burnout pit, which is really cool. He's putting a church up. I'm not sure if the church is complete yet. It didn't happen in 2021 like he was hoping it would. Then they also have some shops down the side of vendors, and then they also have some tent vendors. And outside they have the big stage where all the big name bands play, and Jackal plays and stuff like that. There's also another little band, another little tiny stage over by their moonshine distillery that you wouldn't even know is there, that plays music too, which is really, really cool. The moonshine distillery, they have their own moonshine distillery out there at the Full Throttle, which is really cool. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but it is really, really cool. They have any kind of whiskey you can think of. You get 3 sample shots for free or this was last season anyway, in 2021, you could get 3 shots for free or 7 for $5 to taste the variety of whiskeys. The other thing I wanted to mention about the Full Throttle is if you're there before 6 o'clock, you can attend any of the concerts for free, but you have to be on the other side of the gate back there before 6 o'clock. After 6 o'clock, you have to pay the ticket price for the concerts. So with that being said, I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't hit that notification button, hit it now so you get notified of any of my upcoming videos. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for part 2 of the Sturgis talk, where I'm going to cover entertainment, all the different entertainment that's going to be going on in town, and destinations, places that there's so much to see in the Black Hills of South Dakota, so much to see. The weather, we're going to go over the weather, our ever-changing weather in the Black Hills of South Dakota in August. I mean, you can have sunshine, you can have rain, you can have sleet, you can have snow, and you can have wind, you can have it all. So we're going to discuss that. We're also going to discuss the POPO, our police. We'll be talking about them. We're also going to talk about what to bring, what maybe you should bring and what's really not necessarily needed. We will talk about all of that. And if I can think of anything else that I missed, I'll make sure to throw it in part 2. And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, please let me know. Again, I've been going since I was 13 years old, so I'm pretty familiar with the rally. I will never stop going until the good Lord takes me. It's just another place for me to be with more of my family that I have come to cherish and love. But again, please, if you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe and please hit the like button. If you have not yet hit the notification button, please do. That way you are notified anytime my new videos come out. And again, I cannot wait to talk to you guys soon. And if you have not put Sturgis on your bucket list, get it on there. Get out there so you can check it off that list, because it is going to be one of the most amazing experiences you ever have. So with that being said, till next time, I hope you have a very beautiful and blessed day. Talk to you soon. She makes me